I just wanted to do a video on my LCR and LCRx's. Sometimes I feel like the LCRs and the LCRx's get overlooked a little bit because, I mean, the S&W J Frame is very versatile, and if you have holsters, there's so many different models you can have and so forth. But the LCR and the LCRx are pretty effective at being snub nose and designed for everyday carry in many ways. So I just want to do this video just to, it's where I started. My first snubby was the LCR 357 that's in this video. So anyway, let's go on to the video. So howdy, Reed Desert Boy here. I just wanted to talk a little more about carry. We talked about winter carry and what we could carry in winter time. And I had different ones for illustrations that I thought were better because you might need more penetration. It's been a little warmer lately, so I've actually even been carrying my iframe 32 Smith & Wesson long, and I have my J-frame holster. And in my other J-frame holster, I've had my H&R 32 model 733 32 Smith & Wesson long because they're just kind of interesting and nice guns to carry if you don't want to carry your J-frame. Now, for it being winter still and maybe needing a little more penetration, right now this holster, which is like, it's very similar. It is a Galco one. I think the current model is either called a Hornet or a Stinger. This one here was a different one, but similar to that. It's been very handy. We talk a lot about J-frames, but LCRs can be very handy too, right? And this one is unloaded. This happens to be an LCRx in 9mm, and it uses moon clips, right? And it's got a little bit of white there on this sight, and the sight's removable if you wanted to change it out. But the nice thing about it, 5 rounds of 9mm is pretty nice. Now, if I wanted to go a little bit heavier, I could go to my LCR and 357 Magnum, or I can carry, 38 plus P, or possibly 357 if I wanted to. If you see, that's empty too. The nice thing about this, being as it's the LCR, is it has an internal hammer, and when I have it here, and it has this nice kind of Hogue, I think they call it the Hogue Tamer grip, that absorbs recoil a little more if I want to carry heavier loads than maybe some of the J-frames, unless you put special grips on them. So LCRs and LCRx's can be very effective as well. And this also, these don't work quite as well in pocket holsters because as we've checked it and loaded, the grip is kind of large and it's kind of got a grippy texture to it. So it maybe doesn't come out quite as smoothly. I do have a Remora holster that I have used with this, and as a pocket holster, but usually more in a vest pocket or something, not so much my pants pocket where it's a little harder to get something out of there. Something more like a vest pocket or something. The other thing is that if you're carrying this truly concealed, like say you have this in this nice Crossbreed holster here, and you've got it in here, so you can see that's kind of moved around my body. It's got a double clip to it, and the way it's made, you can tuck your shirt in here, and you have this underneath, and of course without the hammer on it, less chance of it snagging in things when it's underneath your shirt for concealed carry. As always, you want to make sure you check with all your local, state, and federal firearms rules, laws, and ordinances. You want to be in compliance with those, training permits and all that kind of stuff. And but as opposed to maybe carrying one with a hammer, some people don't like to do that as much because they get concerned about the hammer. And some of the pocket holsters, they usually come up over that, so it still kind of protects it from the hammer. But that's something just to be aware of if you're wearing it on your clothing and you're going to carry it tucked in, right? Is that you don't have to worry about that snagging for any reason. So just something to be aware of. And once again, you know, I don't think the LCRs and the LCRx's get enough attention sometimes. And I am thinking about getting a 327 Federal Magnum because I really like 32 Smith & Wesson long, and then I could shoot 32 H&R Magnum as well as 327 Federal, and I'd have 6 rounds. So anyway, as Free Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. Bye now.